What's going on, guys? It's Youngling Jr. So Johnny Depp, man, he testified for the second day, and he was elaborate, and he went to many details about his relationship with his ex-wife Amber Heard. Now, I mean, he really talked about the domestic violence and how he was the victim. Man, like I told you, man, what was super crazy is that, man. So we found out that when he was filming Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man tells him it's Australia at the particular time. Him and her got into a fight, and the fight was pretty much about like, okay, well, she was just very angry of him about like, hey, why she's not, in his will, things of that nature. Um, it was just super crazy. Like, on his wedding day, he was stating that, hey, I had, he had marijuana, right? And that was pretty much his drug choice of use. And the actor said that at the time of their wedding, he and her did not have a prenuptial agreement. So it was a prenuptial agreement type of argument. So, he wanted, a prenup. Unfortunately, the couple did not have a prenup, and she was kind of wondering, like, okay, why you kissing the lawyer's ass? That was pretty much, what she was, and her idea was. And so when the idea post up agreement was broached, that was the beginning of the Australian fight, according to Depp. So when he was filming Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tells No Tales in the country at the time, the fight occurred after Depp's lawyers allegedly had a continuous meeting with her, who then flew to Australia to confront him. So by the time she arrived in Australia, she had sunk to a very deep into her psyche, so much that what really surprised her is that she kept saying, "I'm not even in your will." I thought that was an odd thing to say. That's according to Depp when he was testifying. Then he said those things it felt wrong, and she could not let go of the fact that that she was in a post-nut agreement. So the situation escalated from there. She was irate. She was possessive, calling him an ass kisser, basically meant to the lawyers. And it was just really sad. According to him, he locked himself in the bathroom so he can avoid her bullying tactics. So, or a potential physical altercation. She said, she started banging on the door when he was in the bathroom, screaming. It was super crazy, man. So, with that, he was actually, struggling with a lot of drugs too, addiction and things of that nature. So he's been sober for months. His sobriety has been a little bit better. He said he left the bathroom, went to a bar that was on his property. Then he opened a vodka bottle and he started taking shots. Now, the first taste of alcohol he had in a very long time. And I think what drove him to drink alcohol and consume it is because of the pressure and the stress that he was going through with his ex-wife. Her into the bar area. Like I said, she hurled a vodka bottle at him, and I think that's when it severed his finger. So he grabbed another vodka bottle from the bar, opened it, and started drinking. Her also took that bottle and threw it at him, allegedly. So it made contact, shattered everywhere, and he said he didn't feel the pain at all, but he felt the heat, and he felt something was dripping down his hand. It was severed, and it looked like directly a bone was sticking out. So it was blood gushing, pouring out. I'm just like, dang, man. So it was super crazy. Another thing that Johnny Depp actually talked about in this trial today, it was a staircase incident. I was like, man, so this is a couple weeks after Australia. Okay, according to Depp, he said on the stand, he testified that he received a roundhouse punch on the side of his face. And I think, too, a couple days ago when they were actually showing his injuries on the side, there it was, how she was being very physical. So it's a photo that injury was shown during the trial. Depp's lawyers was actually pointing that out, said this is extreme evidence here. This man has been a victim of domestic abuse. Depp's self-described position as a victim who will often hide in the bathroom. That's usually a designated place you will go to hide away from his hurt. Man, so it's super crazy, man. And also too, it was like on some allegations that she defecated on the bed, on the side of the bed. And according to Miss Heard lawyer, she was stating that, okay, well, they had two Yorkies, and the Yorkies were like, they was like, well, the Yorkies are 4 pounds each. So he's like, this type of feces is not, this is not from a dog, this is from a human being. So I'm just like, man, this is super crazy. So that man, this is when he came to the conclusion he decided to end the marriage back in 2016 after his mother died. And it's just been super crazy, man. And now, of course, Amber Heard was writing 2018 opinion on the Washington Post, right? Talking about how she was a survivor of physical abuse, things of that nature, man. And it's pretty much painted Johnny Depp in a negative light. Like I said in my previous videos, it was talking about him indirectly. So I totally get where he was stating, you know, he's a public figure. He gotta have a upstanding image, especially too. You working, you got a Disney contract. You know, in Hollywood, you know, you want to continuously keep this money flowing, and you don't want anybody to go ahead and to make these false allegations about you that can hinder your career. But you know, it's a really deep dive, man. You know, this court thing, man. It's some people say is it turning into a therapy session? Me personally, I don't think so. I mean, they really got to understand, like, this is a domestic case in a way, so they got to kind of successfully prove, and the jury's got to have as much information as possible from two people, man, two clients here in this case, to actually make an executive decision who's guilty or not, man. So I think later on we're gonna definitely hear Miss Heard's her testimony in the coming weeks, because this is gonna be a long trial. They say it could be lasting 4 to 5 weeks, so we got to see from her perspective. But it was one thing too that I think Miss Heard and Depp got into an argument. It was like audio recordings too, so that was proof. But you know, she was shouting, saying, "Hey, don't hit me! Don't hit me! This is the last time you're gonna hit me." So, you know, you got Johnny Depp's bodyguard coming in, you know, see what was going on, and you know, Depp was like, "I never hit her. Like, I never done anything to her. Like, she's the one that's the abuser." So he has to successfully prove that, man. So it's like there's a lot of people. I don't know. It's like 50-50. A lot of people are taking Johnny Depp's side. You got some people like, I don't know. He is an actor, but. Is it really true? Is this really stupid? Like, this is crazy. Like, so I don't know, man, but we're gonna really see. It's really starting to get a little bit interesting here. You know, so I just, you know, we gotta say it's all up to the jury, man, when they reach the verdict, man. So as this trial continuously to prolong and progress, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and make some videos on it. But now we get a deep understanding of the physical altercations and the abuse potentially right now from what Johnny Depp is going through. So I'm actually very, very curious to hear what Miss Heard is going to say from her point of view, right? What is going on? What happened to her? And you know, we just gonna make a decision from there, man. If her lawyers can prove a reasonable doubt that Johnny Depp is not the victim, she was the victim the whole time. All right, then, you know, there you go. You got your case. But we'll have to see. And, you know, I'm just glad to actually learn a lot more about Johnny Depp, the things that he went through. He came from nothing, pretty much, for the most part, and made himself up into where he is in the entertainment industry. So we'll see. I hope they have a clean slate after all of this and continue to move forward. He continue to take care of his children and uphold his image. But that's all I really have to say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'm out. Deuces.